Welcome to my channel. By midday, the city of Rome is alive, not noisy, but steady, like a heartbeat. You step carefully along the cobblestone street, where chariots and ox carts creak past. Their wheels leave tracks in the dry dust. You make your way toward the Forum, the heart of Roman life. Here merchants hawk their wares and senators stride by, wrapped in fine wool and attended by slaves. But you are not a senator. You are a laborer, a shopkeeper, or perhaps a scribe, an ordinary person in the greatest city of the ancient world. You pass a market stall, where the smell of fish mixes with baskets of figs, dates, and lentils. Vendors call out soft greetings. You hear Latin, Greek, and even Egyptian murmured in passing. Rome is a mosaic of the empire's people. You pause to buy a few items, some chickpeas, a small onion, a crust of bread still warm from the fire. You hold the coins in your hand, bronze asses, dull with age. Trade is simple here. Eye contact, a nod, little is written down. As the sun climbs high, the heat presses into the streets. So you follow the others too, the Thermae, the public baths. The grand building greets you with marble columns and carved arches. Inside, it is cool and shaded. You leave your tunic in the changing room and make your way through the baths. First, the tepidarium, the warm room. Soft steam rises around you. People recline, talk in hushed tones, or sit in silence. Then, the caldarium, hot, steamy, and still. You lower yourself into the bath slowly. The water is nearly too warm, but then your muscles relax. No one rushes here. Time flows like the steam, drifting, invisible. Later, you wash with oil and scrape it off gently with a curved strigil. There is no soap, just tradition. You rinse in the frigidarium, the cold bath. It shocks your skin, but wakes your body. You dress again. Your hair still damp, your mind cleared. The sun is moving west now. Shadows stretch across the stone walls of Rome. You walk back into the street refreshed, quiet, steady. The city is still breathing. I am the voice of a narrator. You are living in ancient Rome. The year is 81 AD. Emperor Titus Flavius Vespasianus rules the empire and peace reigns across the Rome is a magnificent city of marble, aqueducts, and poetry. Over 1 million people live here. 1/3 of the entire population of the empire. More people from more places live in Rome than anywhere else on earth. This cosmopolitan population makes Rome an exciting place, full of opportunity and adventure. But how does daily life work in this great city? What do the citizens do for food, fun, and relaxation? What would you see, hear, smell, and experience if you were to take a stroll through the bustling streets of Rome? This is daily life in ancient Rome. Every morning when the sun rises, you wake up in your domus, your home. Perhaps your domus is a modest apartment in a multi-story building, or maybe it is a lavish villa in the Roman countryside. In the city, most domus have an atrium at their center, a courtyard with a fountain to keep the air fresh and purify the space. During the day, enslaved people clean the house, prepare food, and care for any children. If you have a shop or a business, you open it for trade. You might sell grain, wine, olive oil, cheese, or clothes. If you are a skilled craftsman, you make sandals, jewelry, or furniture. And if you are an artist, you might paint portraits or marble statues. But you are not alone in your work. In the city of Rome, there are many other people selling the same things as you. You must stay sharp to get the best customers. As you make your way to the Forum, you pass the Temple of Apollo, the god of music and knowledge. In its shadow, groups of men gather to debate philosophy and recite poetry. The Forum is the center of political power, social life, and trade in ancient Rome. Here you meet friends, gossip about politics, attend court, watch gladiators practice, or listen to a senator give a speech. The Forum is a hub of activity, especially on market day, when merchants from all over Italy bring their goods to sell. As you pass stalls piled high with olives, grapes, and pottery, you dodge carts driven by oxen or horses. Nearby, men haggle over the price of wool and linen, while a crier calls out the virtues of a lost dog that has been found. But the Forum is not the only marketplace in Rome. Near your neighborhood, there may be a smaller bazaar where you purchase everyday necessities. At the Bistey, a group of women gossip while they compare prices for copper, cooking pots, oil lamps, and flower vases. You might also find colorful glass vessels imported from Egypt or finely woven wool from Spain. In the crowded stalls, vendors weigh grain on scales, hand over silver coins, and wrap packages with waxed linen. While you make your purchases, you chat with your neighbors and learn about events around the empire. You could be the first to know that the emperor's son is getting married, or that legions are marching on a new province. As the sun climbs higher, the heat presses into the streets, so you follow the others to the Thermae, the public baths. In the city, the nearest baths are a grand complex made of marble and adorned with fountains and statues. But closer to home, the baths behind the bakery are smaller and simpler, but just as welcoming. Entering the baths, you shed your outer clothing and pass into a series of rooms. In the tepidarium, or warm room, you relax surrounded by a soft steam. People recline or sit quietly, resting and talking in hushed tones. As you bathed, you socialize and discuss the latest news. After resting, you move to the caldarium, the hottest room, where the air is thick with steam. Here, people bathe and cover themselves with fragrant oils. They slap their legs and arms to improve their circulation. The hot steam wraps around them, soothing tired muscles and making the aches of labor disappear. Those who wish to be alone can sit on a stone bench and close their eyes, letting the heat clear their minds. After bathing, you plunge into the frigidarium, a cold bath to invigorate your body. Everyone gasps when they enter, but the shock of the cold awakens the bathers. It prepares them for the rest of their day. When you step out, you will feel completely refreshed. As you make your way back to the dressing room, you pass a group of athletes practicing the art of wrestling. The victors of the games here often go on to compete in the famous competitions in the Colosseum. You dress again, pulling your tunic over your head and tying your toga around your shoulder. The sun is moving west now. The shadows stretch across the stone walls of Rome. You walk back into the streets, refreshed, quiet, steady. The city is still breathing. All around you, the sounds of the city blend together into a familiar song. Chariots rattle over the cobblestones, their drivers shouting at the pedestrians to get out of their way. Oxen low as they pull carts laden with jars of pickled olives and wreaths of laurel. Hawkers call out the virtues of their wares. Shopkeepers count their earnings for the day. In the distance, a flute player serenades a group of young women. A nearby blacksmith pounds his anvil, each stroke ringing out like a drumbeat. And above it all, a baker sings as he pulls fresh loaves from his oven. All these sounds blend together into a symphony that lets you know you are home. While Rome offers endless sights, sounds, and experiences, there are also dangers in this great city. Petty theft is common, so keep your purse close. Street vendors sometimes sell fake coins, so check your change carefully and watch out for chariot traffic. With so many people from all over the empire gathered together, there is something for everyone in Rome. Whether you are a merchant selling perfumes or a senator seeking power, the city offers opportunity, excitement, and adventure. Now it is time for you to explore Rome. Will you visit the Colosseum and watch a ferocious battle between a lion and a gladiator? Or will you take a long walk outside the city to visit the famous Appian Way? Click on your path to continue the story. Thanks for watching. For more adventures in ancient Rome and the wider ancient world, subscribe for more content.